Welcome to Theater UAB Freshman Showcase 2020, this year streaming to you from the Department of Theater website. The 2020 freshman class hails from 15 cities in 6 states. My name is Leanna Johnson, and my hometown is right here in Vestavia Hills, Alabama, and I will be your Masters of Ceremonies tonight. And now, it is my pleasure to present Theater UAB's Freshman Showcase 2020. From Ponchatoula, Louisiana, Travis Satoon has a scar on the back of his head from an accident with a horseshoe. His personal motto is, whatever you do, do it 100% because that's what makes you who you are. Singing Finishing the Hat from Sunday in the Park with George by Stephen Sondheim, it's Travis Satoon.
Yes, she looks for me. Good. Let her look for me, to tell me why she left me, as I always knew she would. I had thought she understood. They have never understood, and no reason that they should. But if anybody could, finishing a hat. How you have to finish the hat. How you watch the rest of the world from a window while you finish the hat, mapping out the sky. What you feel like planning a sky. What you feel when voices that come through the window go until they distance and die, until there's nothing but sky. And how you're always turning back too late from the grass or the stick or the dog or the light. How the kind of woman willing to wait's not the kind that you want to find waiting to return you to the night. Dizzy from the height, coming from the hat, studying the hat, entering the world of the hat, reaching through the world of the hat like a window, back to this one from that, studying a face, stepping back to look at a face, leaves a little space in the way like a window, but to see, it's the only way to see. And when the woman that you wanted goes, you can say to yourself, well, I give what I give. But the woman who won't wait for you knows that however you live, there's a part of you always standing by, mapping out the sky. Finishing a hat, starting on a hat, finishing a hat. Look, I made a hat. Where there never was a hat.
Ashley Vickery hails from Decatur, Alabama. Her dream car is an Uber, and her personal motto is, you gotta dream big to be big. Performing Babe from Beth Henley's Crimes of the Heart, it's Ashley Vickery.
After I shot Zachary, I put the gun down on the piano bench. Then I went out into the kitchen and made up a pitcher of lemonade. Well, I was dying of thirst. My mouth was just as dry as a bone. I made it just the way I like it, with lots of sugar and lots of lemon, about 10 lemons in all. Then I added 2 trays of ice, and I stirred it all up with my wooden stirring spoon. Then I drank three glasses, one right after the other. They were large glasses, about this tall. Then suddenly my stomach kind of swole all up, and I guess what caused it was all that sour lemon. Then what I did was I wiped my mouth off with the back of my hand, like this. Then I called out to Zachary. I said, "Zachary, I've made some lemonade. Could you use a glass?" But he didn't answer. So I poured him a glass anyway, and I took it out to him. And there he was, lying on the rug. He was looking up at me, trying to speak words. And I said, "What? Lemonade. You don't want it? Would you like a Coke instead?" Then I got the idea. He was telling me to call on the phone for medical help. So I got on the phone and I called up the hospital and I gave my name and address, and I told them my husband had been shot and he was lying on the rug and there was plenty of blood. I guess that's gonna look kind of bad, me fixing up that lemonade before calling the hospital. I guess the reason I made up that lemonade, aside from the fact that my mouth was bone dry, was that I was afraid to call the authorities. Yes, I was afraid. I really think that I was afraid that they would see that I had tried to shoot Zachary. In fact, that I had shot him, and that they would accuse me of possible murder and send me away to jail. In fact, that's what did happen. That's what is happening, because here I am just about to be shipped off to the Parchment Prison Farm. Yes, here I am, just practically on the brink of utter doom. Oh, I feel so alone.
From Chelsea, Alabama, Sarah Curran's favorite thing about Theater UAB is the costume shop. Her personal motto is "Just keep swimming." Performing Nina from the Nina Variations by Stephen Dietz, it's Sarah Curran.
I dreamt that you killed yourself, and no one would tell me. I asked them, I asked your mother, and Marcia, Doran, everyone. They all said you'd gone away, that you'd returned to the city, that you were working on a new play. Why would I dream that? And in fact, when I returned to the city, I saw your name on the marquee. A new play of yours was to open. Your photo was in front of the theater, and next to it, the title of your play, Nina. And I bought a ticket, and I went in, and I sat down, and I watched play. And there were people in it, and things happened in it. Quietly, like quakes within a life. And there was love. Buckets of love. And I rushed backstage and I cried as I embraced the actors. And I asked them, "Where's the author? Where is Konstantin Gorilovich?" And the actress who had played the title role, the woman who had been your Nina, she took me aside to a small room, took my hand, looked in my eyes. The fact is, she said, Konstantin Gorilovich has killed himself. Why would I dream that?
Katie Plomano hails from Chelsea, Alabama. She enjoys exploring downtown Birmingham and has the secret talent of tumbling. Performing Penny from When We Were Young and Brave by Sarah Treem, it's Katie Plomano.
I'm tired of being smart. It just makes everyone hate you. Nobody, like Tommy, has ever even looked at me before, but why? What am I doing wrong? I'm nice to people. I never make fun of anyone. I never try to make anyone else feel stupid. If I know an answer to a question in class, why can't I say it? But when I say it, nobody asked me to the prom. I did exactly what you told me to do. I sat next to him in chemistry class. I pretended to be confused, and I didn't correct him, even though I knew he was explaining it wrong. And then, after class, I went to his practice, and I cheered my head off. I could hear the other girls behind me, and I knew they were making fun of me, but I said to myself, the only thing that matters is Tommy. The only thing that matters is Tommy, and I didn't react. So after practice, he walked me home, and I just asked him questions. He didn't ask me a single thing about myself in return, so I thought, he must not be interested in me. At all. But then, I touched his arm, just like you told me to, and he caught my hand and he asked me to the prom, so it worked. Everything you told me to do worked. I don't understand. Why would you tell me how to get him if I can't have him?
Georgiana Dramble is from Eufaula, Alabama, and she is a member of our Freshman Showcase technical crew, and she grew up in the restaurant business. Her favorite thing about UAB is the dragon and the flowers and all the random confetti everywhere. Let's give a Go Blazers for Georgiana.
Go Blazers.
McKenna Shaw comes to UAB from Pittsburgh, Kansas. Her favorite food is ranch dressing. Her secret talent is doing the worm, and her personal motto is love your art, spread your art. Singing The Waiting from Relativity by Rob Rokicki and Michael Ruby, it's McKenna Shaw.
Your friends tell me you're doing fine, and I trust them. After all, half of them are mine. Say, do you still jog down by Battery Park? I thought I saw you once, but it was dark. And they say to be patient. They say what time takes too much time. Time takes too much time. It's the waiting. It's the waiting.
Bunny Laurel comes to UAB from Foley, Alabama. She enjoys falafel, wedding cake, and blueberry cream pie ice cream. She will be performing Ophelia from Shakespeare's Hamlet. Bunny Laurel.
They bore him barefaced on the fire. Hey, na-na-ni, na-na-na-ni. And in his grave rang many a tear. Fare you well, my dove. You must sing a down, and call him a down. Oh, how the wheel becomes that it was the false steward that stole his master's daughter. Here's Rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray you, love, remember. And there's pansies. That's for thoughts. And there's fennel for you. And columbines. And there's some rue for you. And here's some for me. We shall call it herb of grace. Oh, Sundays, you must wear your rue with a difference. Here's a daisy. I would give you violets, but they withered all the way when my father died. They say he made a good end. For bonny sweet Robin is all of my joy. And will he not come again? And will he not come again? No, no, he is dead. Go to thy deathbed, he will never come again. His beard was as white as snow, and all flaxen was his poll. He is gone, and we cast away moan. God have mercy on his soul. And all Christian souls, I pray, God be with you.
Lucas Monero's personal motto is, do what you love with your life and be nice to people along the way. Performing Malvolio from Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, it's Lucas Monero.
M-O-A-I. This situation is not as the former, and yet, to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with the kinsmen, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity, she thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. A daylight in Champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politics authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devise the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and with this manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction, she drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank the stars. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised! Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
Jackson Landrew comes from Columbus, Georgia. He has a dog named Prince who is famous on TikTok and has gained Jackson 36,000 followers. The best advice he's ever given is just be nice to people. It's not that hard to just be nice. Singing Desert Island Top 5 Breakups from High Fidelity by Amanda Green and Tom Kitt, it's Jackson Landrew.
My Desert Island all-time top 5 breakups in chronological order. Number 1, Allison Ashworth. 2, Penny Hardwick. 3, Charlie Nicholson. 4, Sarah Kendrew. And number 5, Jackie Allen. Do you notice anything in particular about the list, Laura? These are the ones that tore my heart out. These are the ones that ate me alive. You might squeeze into the top 10, Laura, but you're nowhere near the top 5. These are the girls who got in early. Scarred me for life, I have no doubt. But you're too late now. You don't rate that kind of hurt, that kind of cloud. Oh, Laura, Laura, you'll be missed. But sweet, sweet Laura, you don't even make the list. This is nothing personal, please. Don't kick yourself or wonder why. The simple fact is that we're too old, Laura, to really make each other cry. Those days are gone and I'm thankful we can skip the drama and the pain. Here, take my car, there's a tank full. I won't lose myself or go insane. Oh, Laura, Laura, has your love died? 'Cause if you leave me, Laura, I can smoke inside. 'Cause losing you is like having no cash. It's like having a cold in the middle of summer. Losing you is a sold-out movie. No big deal, just kind of a bummer. It's a pizza dream, an ice cream headache that you know will soon be gone. 5 minutes of pain, then you move on. You move on. 'Cause you know, you're not really offering me anything new here. If you want to force your way onto the list, Laura, you'll have to do a lot better than this. Bye bye, Laura. Nice try, Laura. You came far, Laura. Close but no cigar. You can't shame me like Allison, betray me like Penny, or disrupt my life like Jackie, or crush me like Charlie. And I'm stronger than when Sarah left. Gloomy, sure, but not bereft. And though I see a trend here, I am nowhere near the end here. You do not represent my last best chance at a meaningful relationship. And let me give you one last tip.
Hey, I forgot my toilet.
Laura, listen, we're being stupid. Let's just order in tonight and sort this out.
Goodbye, Rob. Take care of yourself.
My desert island all time, top 5 breakups, my 5-star humiliations, soul quaking shakeups. Laura, Laura, you'll be missed.
Whitney Atwell is from Dothan, Alabama, and she's been a part of theater since she was 4 years old. A member of our Freshman Showcase technical crew, she believes a life without dreaming is life without meaning. Let's give a blaze on for Whitney.
Blaze on.
From Eureka, Kansas, Jason Torrey's favorite thing about Birmingham is how pretty the city is. His personal motto is, "Don't let anyone change you, you are enough." Singing Wall Lovin' from Island Song by Carner and Gregor, it's Jason Torrey.
Well, I just moved here from a town called Malvern, Ohio. It's right next to Waynesburg, though that won't help, I'm sure. Somehow it's much lonelier here in the city, but at least I'm in love with the woman next door. I'm in for B and she's in for A, and she has such gorgeous, well, it's difficult to say. We've never quite met, I've never seen her exactly, but in my mind's eye she's so clear. And every night when her boyfriend comes by, whoa, what I overhear. Give me some wall lovin', she bop, give me some sweet wall lovin', shoutin' moan. It just makes me happy to hear you happy, and it's better than being alone. Well, I'm not a stalker, so don't call a lawyer. To sit back and listen's no sin. And I can't see a thing, which means I'm no voyeur. Hey, it's not my fault that the walls are thin. Give me some wall lovin', she bop, give me some sweet wall lovin', throw a bone. I'm just glad to be aware of your being taken care of, and it's better than being alone. She bop. She's not afraid of self-expression, to give her credit, even if she doesn't know, I know. But love's too precious not to spread it, so don't self-edit, just let it go. Then it all stops, and a door creaks open. I hear a few footsteps, then a knock, and I freeze. But how could they have known that I heard every groan? I open the door. She's all I dreamed of and more. And she's asking if I have batteries. Batteries? Are you all alone? No, I'm not rubbing it in, because I think alone time is great. You're new on this floor. You're from Waynesburg, Ohio. Yeah, no, that's right next to Malvern, and it looks like it's fate. Do you want to come in? I'll make us some tea. And I'm looking at her, and she's gazing at me. It's love at first sight, and I bet that tonight we'll give some wall lovin' to 4C. Oh yeah, we'll give some wall lovin' to 4C. Pass on the wall lovin', she'll bop, I'll bop. We've got some sweet wall lovin' to achieve. It gives everyone a lift, and wall lovin's a gift. Even better to give than receive. She bop, she bop.
The best advice ever given to Kurt Kirkpatrick is whatever you do, stay true to who you are. He loves collecting vinyl and dreams of driving a baby blue Corvette. From Vestavia Hills, Alabama, performing Dennis Shepard from the Laramie Project by Moises Kaufman, it's Kurt Kirkpatrick.
My son Matthew did not look like a winner. He was rather uncoordinated and wore braces from the age of 13 until the day he died. However, in his all too brief life, he proved that he was a winner. On October 6th, 1998, my son tried to show the world that he could win again. On October 12th, 1998, my firstborn son and my hero lost. On October 12th, 1998, my firstborn son and my hero died 50 days before his 22nd birthday. I keep thinking the same thing that I did when I first saw him in the hospital. What would he have become? How could he have changed his piece of the world to make it better? Matt officially died in a hospital in Fort Collins, Colorado. He actually died on the outskirts of Laramie, tied to a fence. You, Mr. McKinney, with your friend, Mr. Henderson, left him out there by himself. But he wasn't alone. There were his lifelong friends with him, friends that he had grown up with. You're probably wondering who these friends were. First, he had the beautiful night sky and the same stars and moon that we used to look at through a telescope. Then he had the daylight and the sun to shine on him. And through it all, he was breathing in the sweet scent of pine trees from the snowy range. He heard the wind, that ever-present Wyoming wind, for the last time. He had one more friend with him. He had God. And I feel better knowing that he wasn't alone. Matt's beating, hospitalization, and funeral has focused worldwide attention on hate. Good is coming out of evil. People are saying enough is enough. I miss my son, but I'm proud to be able to say that he is my son. Judy has been quoted as being against the death penalty. It has been stated that Matt was also against the death penalty, but both of these statements are wrong. Matt believed that there were crimes and incidents that justified the death penalty. I too believe in the death penalty, and I would like nothing more than to see you die, Mr. McKinney. But now is the time to begin the healing process. To show mercy to those who refused to show any mercy. Mr. McKinney, I am going to grant you life, as hard as it is for me to do so because of Matthew. Every time you celebrate Christmas, a birthday, the 4th of July, remember that Matt isn't. Every time you wake up in your prison cell, remember that you had the opportunity and the ability to stop your actions that night. You robbed me of something very precious, and I will never forgive you for that. Mr. McKinney, I'm going to give you life in the memory of one who no longer lives. May you have a long life, and may you thank Matthew every day for it.
From Ackworth, Georgia, Delaney Smith's personal motto is, live life with no regrets. If an opportunity presents itself, go after it. It's better to know the outcome than to live life wondering, what if? Performing Sunny Freitag from Last Night at the Ballyhoo by Alfred Urey, it's Delaney Smith.
Everybody I know has a Christmas tree. It doesn't mean we're not Jewish. I could call myself Sonny O'Houlihan and people would still know what I am. I imagine you grew up in a Jewish neighborhood. You were like everybody else. I grew up on Habersham Road. Summer between 5th and 6th grade, my best friend was Vinnie Alice Sizemore. And one day, she took me swimming at the Venetian Club pool. So we were there, a bunch of kids from our class, and the boys were splashing us, and we were shrieking, pretending like we hated it. When a man in a suit and tie came, and he knelt by the pool, and he said, "Which one of you is Sonny Freitag?" And I told him I was. And he told me I had to get out of the water. Vinnie Alice asked him why. And he said that Jews weren't allowed to swim at the Venetian Club pool. Everybody got really quiet. Nobody would look at me. So I got out of the water and I phoned Daddy at his office. When he came to pick me up,
all the color was drained from his lips. I remember that.
Emma Chippendale says that at UAB, the campus is amazing, the professors are top-notch, and everyone is so great she wants to be friends with all of them. Performing Bernadette from Nikki Silver's Raised in Captivity from Orlando, Florida, it's Emma Chippendale.
You don't care, do you? You don't care one bit that she's dead. You're completely self-absorbed. You always were. You never shared. You stay away for years at a stretch and sever your ties. You think you can erase your past and live without roots. Look, Sebastian, I wasn't going to say anything because I don't really know if this is the right place, but I think that it is patently immoral of you to disappear from our lives and then show up, return just in time to claim half of everything. I mean, you think you're entitled. I'm sorry, but I don't. Why should you be? You didn't have to deal with her. No, you had your glamorous literary friends. You sit around the Russian tea room all day eating blintzes and trading batmans. I mean, you didn't have to suffer the venomous glares, the constant insults, the barrage of insults pecking away at my self-confidence. She adored you. You were some perfect abstract figure in the alcoholic haze of her imagination. You have a perfect life, don't you? Yeah, well, I don't care. I have a perfect life too. You didn't have to endure the epithets, the black stream of complaints about my life and my husband and my wardrobe and this dress. She hated this dress. I mean, that's why I wore it. So I think it's just the worst possible taste for you to come marching in, making demands for things for which I am sorry, but you are not entitled to. Hope I haven't hurt you. That's just how I feel.
Grant Holland's favorite thing about Birmingham is the people are great. He loves sushi and red velvet cake. From Coleman, Alabama, performing Biff from Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman, it's Grant Holland.
All right, phony. Let's lay it on the line. You are gonna hear the truth about what you are and what I am. No, Willie, you don't know who we are. We never told the truth for 10 minutes in this house. You're practically full of it. We all are, and I'm through with it. No, listen, Willie. This is me. You want to know why I had no address for 3 weeks? It's because I stole a suit in Kansas City and I was in jail. I stole myself out of every good job since high school, and I could never get anywhere because you blew me so full of hot air. I could stand taking orders from anybody. That's whose fault it is. And it's about goddamn time you heard this. I had to be boss big shot in 2 weeks, and I'm through with it. No, listen, Willie! I ran down 11 flights today with a pen in my hand, and suddenly I stopped. You hear me? And in the middle of that... Do you hear this? I stopped! In the middle of that building, I saw the sky. I saw the things that I love in this world. The work, the food, the time to just sit and smoke. And I looked at the pen in my hand, and I said, what the hell am I grabbing this for? What am I doing in an office, making a contemptuous, begging fool of myself? When all that I want is out there, waiting for the moment I say I know who I am. Why can I say that, Willie? Pop. I am only a dime a dozen, and so are you. And I am not a leader of men, but neither are you. You were nothing but a hard-working drummer who landed in the ash can like all the rest of them. And me? I'm $1 an hour. $1 an hour. I tried 7 states and I couldn't raise it. I am not bringing home any prizes anymore. And you are gonna stop waiting for me to bring them home. Will you let me go, for Christ's sake? Will you take that phony dream of yours and burn it before somebody gets hurt?
Freshman Showcase technical crew member Alexandria Martin is from Mobile, Alabama. Her dream car is a monster truck, and her favorite thing about UAB is hanging out on the green. Let's give a "We're a Class of 24" for Alexandria.
Go 24!
Madeline Kate Irwin comes to UAB from Houston, Texas. She lived in Scotland. Her favorite food is Mediterranean, and she loves mint chocolate chip ice cream. Singing Out of the Blue from The Wild Party by Andrew Lippa, it's Madeline Kate Irwin.
Some girls have diamonds to wear, feelings to share, something to care about. Some girls have cash in the bank, children to spank, lovers who crank it out. But I'm the girl who's caught just staring into space. I thought I liked this man and liked this place, but I've been feeling like I need a change of pace. Out of the blue, out of the blue, I wish a bolt of lightning would hit. Out of the blue, out of the blue, a magic lamp that suddenly lit. How many years have passed me by, wishing, waiting? How many hopes have left me dry, so downright irritating? How many men have I been through that rock bottom feeding zoo? They keep repeating, leading me to out of the blue, out of the blue. Your choices now are growing few. Today is what you make and how you make it. The step is yours to take, but can you take it? Out of the blue. I could walk away, but he'd hunt me down. I could sit and stay, but I'd start to drown. I used to be excited. We used to be so wild. He was my perfect lover. I was his passion child. But it's all different, all our differences unreconciled. I'll push us to renew it, but tell me what would do it. Something grand, something humiliating, something public.
Huntsville, Alabama, 6 foot 6 inches tall, Ford Bashirs loves sushi, coconut water, and believes life is a lot more enjoyable when you don't worry about what other people think. Singing This Is the Moment from Jekyll and Hyde by Frank Wildhorn and Leslie Bercuse, it's Ford Bashirs.
This is the moment, this is the day, when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now. Today, this is the moment, this is the time, when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming and screaming become one. This is the day. See it sparkle and shine when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. When I look back, I will not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment, damn all the odds. This day I'll never, I'll sit forever with our gods. When I look back, I will always recall, moment for moment, this was the moment, the greatest moment of them all.
And that's Freshman Showcase 2020. Until next year, UAB, when a brand new freshman class takes the stage. We'll see you then. Go Blazers!